wanted actually. Yeah, here if you right click inspect element on this, you can find it here. This HTML page, whatever it is showing here, it is showing here. If you write without the head section, output will come like this. So without head section, if you write your HTML page, it will come like this. So this type of output you can show for our program. This is possible by doc type HTML head and body. Doc type, here it is document type of HTML. Doc type nothing but it's a document type of HTML. Head and body tag, we use it here to write our header information and body part of our content. Header information and body part of our content, we can write it by head and body tag. In this header information, generally we'll write it here in this header tag only. Generally we'll write it CSS code, JavaScript code, jQuery code, Ajax code. Generally we'll write it inside the head section. So if you remove this body part of the application, suppose if you are removing body part for this content, here body part of the application, if you write it, just delete this body part. Here delete. If you remove the body part, you cannot see any output for the program. Here you cannot see any output for this program here if you don't write the body part of our application. If you don't write body part, you cannot see any output for our application. Okay, so this type of output you can show for our program. Here if you don't write the body part here, you cannot see any output. If you don't write the head section, you cannot see any proper alignment for the application. This type of difference you can find it in our web UI. Doc type HTML head and body. Under this, here we are writing HTML tag, header tag and body tag. Header tag is used to write our header information. Body tag is used to write body part of our application. Under this body tag, we write content part of the application. So generally in head section, we'll write our CSS code. Here CSS code, we'll write it here. CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Here under this, we'll write it here style part of web page. Style part of web page, we can create it using CSS. Using CSS only, we can write it here style part of the application. Total style part of the web page, we can do it by the CSS. Here in the CSS, we can write it here background colors, color, then font family, font size, here font colors and text related all styles, here text align, text decoration, text transform, and as well as alignment of the web page. Alignment of web page, we can create it here. Alignment of web page, we can create it using CSS. Using CSS only, we can do that alignment of the application. Complete alignment of the web page, we can do it with the CSS. CSS gives you alignment of the application. JavaScript gives you functionality of a web page. See here, if you don't write the head section, means if you are deleting the style part of the application, you cannot see any alignment. See, I am removing alignment. See, total content it is displaying, but there is no proper alignment for the content. That is possible by the CSS. If you check here facebook.com, here it is showing that Facebook with a proper alignment. Here now right click and inspect element on this. Just delete the head part. Here if you delete the head section, just delete. See here, you cannot see any proper alignment for the application. You cannot see any proper alignment for the application if you don't write the head section. If you don't write head, you cannot see any alignment. If you don't write body, you cannot see any content for the program. So just I'll delete that body. See, you cannot see any content here. So HTML is creating content part of the web page. CSS giving alignment part of the web page. Alignment, complete left and right alignment, colorful structure, font color, font family. These all we are writing with this CSS. Next, inside this HTML page only, inside this head section only, we are going to write one more one here, that is JavaScript. Here, JavaScript adds functionality to our application. JavaScript. Here, JavaScript adds functionality to our application. Here, we are adding here functionality. Functionality of web page, we can create it. We can create it using JavaScript. So complete functionality of a web page, we are able to do it by this JavaScript. Suppose if you check this facebook.com, if you refresh, you can see that here application will be like this. Suppose if you change your screen size. So now I am changing my screen size. Here 2 column, first column, second column. Here if you change your screen size here, so third column, see here 2 column, single column. See now 2 column structure. See this is single column. According to screen size, see column structure is changing like this. This is possible by responsive design. This is possible by responsive design. Because of responsive design, you will get this type of output. Next, here, if you check this colors, login button color, create account button, and this Facebook content and this content, here this border and this background color, these all colors and font family, font colors, all by JavaScript. On all font related stuff, will write it by JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript gives you functionality, but this colorful structure is by here, colorful structure, whatever we are showing here. So once you submit it, you are getting all colorful structure like this. This is possible by here, colorful structure, it is displaying here by CSS. If you submit your application form, you are able to see that login application form. Login of this application form, you can see it, you can show to the user here validation error messages, what you are getting here. This is by JavaScript. Validation of the application form. So once you submit your data, you are able to see that login here, that validation messages. These all possible by JavaScript. Here, because of JavaScript, you can see that validation of the application form. Complete validation of our application form, we can do it by this JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript adds functionality. Here, JavaScript adds functionality to our application. Here, text boxes, buttons, password box, all will write it here. Here, whatever we are writing here, text boxes, buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop down list, whatever we are writing, all by HTML. Once you submit your application form, I'm able to see that login account, login of the application form, that is possible by you are getting basically first error messages. These error messages are all by JavaScript. Here, next one, once you submit it, you are getting error messages. These error messages are by JavaScript. Here we are able to see that login, username, password, and once you submit it, I am able to show you that account here. This is possible by JavaScript. Okay, here JavaScript gives you functionality of a web page. Here in this validations, cookie, local storage, session storage. Here object oriented programming in JavaScript, like this, etc., you will learn it under this JavaScript. Under this JavaScript, you will understand here how to create our application with all this. Okay, validations, cookie, local storage, session storage, object oriented rules, these all you will learn under this JavaScript. Under this JavaScript only you will learn all these things. Here we are learning here JavaScript. JavaScript adds functionality to our application. This functionality here, validations, cookies, local storages, these all will learn it under this JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript adds functionality to our application. This functionalities all will be like this. Next one, jQuery. So how we can use it? This jQuery, you can check it. Here inside this head section, you will learn about the jQuery. jQuery is an external library of JavaScript. Here jQuery adds, it's an external library of JavaScript. It is nothing but JavaScript only, but it is an external library. Here if you check any application form, so Facebook is one login account will be there. Here Facebook login account, if you check it here, this is one model box. If I submit application form, you can see something here. Here from this URL, see login.php. So once you submit your application form, your data will be redirected to server page, that is PHP. So from this URL, you can understand here, once you submit your application form, your data will be redirected to server page. That server page here, it is PHP. PHP is the server page we are using here to submit our application form to server. Here, not only like this, here right click and inspect element on this. Here inspect element on this. So now you can find it here. Here only doc type HTML head and body. If you remove this head section, here if you remove this head section, you cannot see any proper alignment. If you submit your application form, you can submit your data to server. You can able to submit your data to server. Here I am able to log in for my account. If I enter correct user ID password, I can see my inbox page. That inbox page also will come from PHP. Inbox page of the Facebook, you will get it from the server page. So today I discussed here just basic introduction to first three topics, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, in tomorrow's session, tomorrow will be the last demonstration. So I'll continue on jQuery, Ajax, Lessons as and Bootstrap. So what will be the use of it, how the output will come because of that particular topic. So by tomorrow's session, you will understand how my class goes and what all topics I'm going to cover, and the topic related each output will understand in this. Each topic output you will understand in this. After that, we'll learn here, after understanding of each topic, then here after understanding of each topic, then we'll move on to the first topic. Under this first topic, we will move on to the first topic in the day after tomorrow session. So now, up to now we are completing. So if you have any queries, you can ask please. So tomorrow we'll continue with the continuation of demonstration. Yes, any more doubts? Career related doubt, topic related doubt, and notes I'll share you in the drive. I'll create one 6 AM drive for you. In the drive, I'll share my notes. Okay. I'll create one 6 AM drive like this. I'll create one drive for you. The drive I'll share with you. Now you can access that every day, the drive. Here the drive you can access it. So by that you can see everyday class recording, everyday class document, programs, paint file, everything you can access it. Body explanation, if you remove the body, you cannot see any content. Inspect part, you can see that body part. Here body part, if you remove this body, see you cannot see any content. So body part is important to write your buttons, radio button, checkbox, password box, all. Yes, any other doubts? Yeah, every notes you will get it. Once I get your mail IDs, I'll start sharing recordings, drive, paint files, programs, everything with you. See, like this 6 AM drive, I'll create docs folder, paint folder, programs, recordings, weekend test. Monday to Friday topic session, weekend I'll conduct test. The test question papers and answer sheets I'll upload here. So like this, I'll create one drive, it's 9 PM drive. I'll share with you. Once I get your mail IDs, I'll start sharing you this drive with you. Okay, not 6 a.m. drive, current drive, 9 p.m. drive. I'll create it and I'll share with you. Okay. Duration will be, each day duration will be 1 hour. For demonstration, it will be 30 to 40 minutes. Regular session, it will be 9 to 10. Or a few days later, it will be 8:30 to 10 p.m. 8:45 to 10 p.m. Same time means a little bit early, 15 minutes early. 8:45 I'll start my session. 10 o'clock I'll end my session. Yeah, that's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow in the same link. Thank you.